Okay, so remember you're writing a few of these examples down in your notebook, so your notebook should be open, pencil should be out and ready to go. We're solving two-step equations. We're not going to be looking at the bars at all for this. That's why we tried to make sure that we were learning it really well using the balancing method at the end of last week. Vocabulary, we're going to go over the same vocabulary. So we're still looking at equations. We're looking more at equations that look like this, that have more than one thing on either side of the equal sign. Inverse operations. Remember, we're using the word inverse. We're not using the word opposite. I will remind you maybe once or twice, but that's about it. If you did not already write it in your joking. Okay. If you did not already write in your notebook inverse operation, so we did this last week at one point, and I asked you to make sure you had it written down in your notebook. If you don't have it written in your notebook, I want you to make sure you have it in there now. So we talked about inverse operations. We have addition. What is the inverse of addition? What is it? It is subtraction. Subtraction is the inverse of addition. And then we also talked about multiplication and division. So multiplication and we have division. So where you only needed to know one of these for your problems last week, this week you need to be able to do both. You're going to see both things in each of your problems. You might see addition and multiplication, subtraction and division, subtraction and multiplication. It just depends. Those of you at home, make sure you have all these things written down in your notebook. Remember, by the time I see you on Wednesday, we're going to be moving toward word problems. That's for you guys in here too. Remember to make sure that you're on live on Wednesday and Thursday, because we'll be moving into word problems. Our quiz on equations is going to be next week. Oh, it's next week. We decided to split up inequalities and equations, or equations, but we're going to do one step and two step. Yes. Oh, I forgot that I had to turn something into this week. That just reminded me, because we're going to do the one steps as a warm up. Which I don't foresee anybody doing badly on. Okay, go ahead and make sure you have this example in your notebook, on your paper, the whole thing, answer choices and everything. Once you're done, put your pencil down so I know you're ready to move on. Those of you at home, make sure you're writing this down, answer choices and everything. Do not start solving. Pencils down once you're done so I know that you're ready to move on. and I'm just rewriting it so that it's bigger. Okay, so once you're done, you don't have to clamshell your computer, just make sure your eyes are up here on the screen. Because I want to make sure that you're paying very close attention. Okay, so just like with a one-step problem, with a two-step problem, our goal is to get the variable by itself. So we want to get the variable by itself. But we never start with the number that has the variable first. We do not start with that first. We start with what's next to it first. So I have 5 plus 3p. So 5 is 5 being added or subtracted? It's being what? It's being added. So what is the inverse of addition? Subtraction. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5. And whatever I do on one side, I'm going to do what? On the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5 from both sides. So if I take 5 minus 5, it's going to give me 0. So we're going to go ahead and cross it out. Remember, I don't need to write 0 on the bottom. On your paper, what is 14 minus 5? So go ahead and put these steps down there. What is 14 minus 5? Okay, so Yair, what's 14 minus 5? It gives me 9. Remember, especially with the two-step problem, we're always rewriting and rewriting. So I need to bring down my 3p. So now it looks like a one step. So when I have my number next to the p, what is happening? Multiplication. So what is the inverse of multiplication? Division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So go ahead and solve that and write your answer. For those of you at home, make sure this example is going in your notebook. The next one I should see in Nearpod. Okay, so what is 9 divided by 3? What is it? 3. So I've got P equals 3, and that makes my answer B. So make sure you have it written down in your notebook. I'm going to go ahead and erase, and the next one you're going to do on your screen. Okay, so our second problem says, what is the value of x in the equation? 2x minus 5 equals 9. So go ahead and set up your problem. Remember, you can write it in your notebook and then on your screen. I want you to do the first step. I just want you to do the first step. For those of you at home, I want to see the first step as well. Make sure it's on your screen, and I'm going to go ahead and check it out in a second.
And then don't forget, whatever you do on one side, you gotta do what? On the other side. What are you doing here? Okay, so remember, we don't wanna touch that 2x. Yeah. We wanna work with the 5 first. Do we wanna work with the 2x, or do we wanna look at that -5?
Minus 5.
Exactly. So we want to, so whether we're doing 2x, and we wanna do that second.
Yulivani, you're looking good. You can move on to your second step. Marisol, you can also move on to your second step. Jose, yours looks good. Emily, yours looks good. I mean, you kept going, but yours looks good. Santiago, I can't see anything on your screen. Randy, yours also looks very good. William, primero tenemos que empezar por sumar el 5 a los dos lados. So, sumamos 5 de un lado, sumamos 5 del otro. Y después continúas. Shaylin, I'm not seeing anything on your screen. Okay, so do me a favor. Eyes up here, pencil down. Pencil down, lápices abajo. Okay, so we said that we always do the number, the coefficient that's next to our variable last. So we got to work with that -5. What is the inverse of -5? Add 5. So I'm adding 5 to both sides. I did see someone at home put -5. Make sure you're adding 5. So remember, -5 plus 5 gives me a 0. So I'm going to cross it out. What is 9 plus 5? 14. So I need to bring down my 2x. Now that I brought down my 2x, what can I do? I know you know. What do? I divide by 2. So I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. So remember, what is 2 divided by 2? 1. So you are going to cross this out. You can either write 1x or you write x, which is the same thing. What is 14 divided by 2? 7. So I have x equals 7, and I come over and I circle. Go ahead and finish it up on your screen and make sure to click submit. Make sure to finish it up on your screen and click submit. Jesus, what happened to your laptop? It died? Come grab the charger, plug it in, get to it. Then do me a favor and walk your way to the media center and ask them for another one. You'll be doing me a favor because I need one of those anyway. Oops. Make sure you clicked submit. I have people that worked it out but have not clicked on that submit button. Take a pass. Okay, Shaylin, I'm seeing you up there now. Okay, so doesn't matter what you have. Click submit even if you're not done. Opriman el botón verde aunque no hayan terminado. Vamos a continuar. Okay, so we're looking at bigger numbers now. So even if it's bigger numbers, it's still the same thing. So I'm going to rewrite so that we can see it better. So we have 12G plus 52 equals 124. Line through my equal sign. Let's see. Karen, what do I start with? What number do I start with? Do I start with the number that has the variable? Yvonne, what are you thinking? The 52. What do I do with the 52? Subtract it. Good, because the inverse of addition is subtraction. And whatever I do on one side of the line, I'm going to do what? To the other side. Cross that out. Go ahead and do 124 minus 52. What is it?
I thought I was gonna do a test, I thought I would remember. Like, I think you can work on it. But they're going, I don't know. Was one left in? Was the other left in, and then it was Bird, and I was like, maybe it could have only been two of them, but like, when we put them all together.
Okay, 124 minus 52. What does it give me? 70 what? 72. I got 72 equals 12G. Now what do I do? I heard it somewhere. Say it louder. I'm going to divide because the inverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 12. Remember, 12 divided by 12 gives me 1. What is 72 divided by 12? I mean, it's okay. It just doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so what is 72 divided by 12? What is it? I heard it. 6. Very good. 72 divided by 12 gives me 6. Very nice. Don't forget to pass. Make sure to circle your answer. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds to finish up and click submit. But I think most of us are kind of on level. Hold on. What time is it? Oh, we got super time.
Yeah, you know.
I was like, we're running behind. No, we're not running behind.
It was good.
Yeah. Go ahead and start working out this problem. I might have to pull up some extras for my fourth block then. There you go, Cactus. But, and you're already going pretty fast, so I can only imagine. Why?
Don't copy that one.
Yeah, don't write that one down. Nobody else noticed, but Lisa noticed. It's the same problem we already did, guys. Jeez. Now you get to do your exit ticket. That means more time to do your classwork, which is probably a good idea. Okay, go ahead and solve this last one. Remember, you can solve it on your paper and then on your screen. That is fine. But make sure it gets worked out on your screen. Asegúrense que lo vean en la pantalla, que es su último problema.
Oh, yes, they did that one too.
Are you for real?
Yeah, but he just told me. Unless, yes, you guys did that.
Oh! Then Miss Furnace has got to look for another problem. I don't know what the heck happened then. Did I just put the same problem over and over again? What is wrong with me? So glad everybody's on the ball today because obviously I'm not. Just glad this didn't happen a little earlier. We're going to Google it. Why are we going to Google it? Because we can.